Hi everyone, welcome to the Codersarts YouTube channel and welcome to the new video. So this is the new demo video that I am presenting in front of you, and this video is going to be a game changer for you if you try to understand this thing properly, because in this video I'm going to show you $50 million product that was got acquired last year, and we are trying to build something similar in today's video, and I will show you the whole code base and also give you the GitHub link which you can directly download the code and start editing in that particular code and make it yours. So it will be a very interesting video and you will be learning a lot of new things. So without a further ado, let's get started. Let's first talk about the problem statement, because that's the most important thing. Like, it's clear most of the doubt, like what problem we have to solve and how we are going to solve that particular problem. In this technological era where we are surrounded with a lot of social media applications like WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, Signal, Messenger, and if you are a working person or a CEO or a manager of a company, then you have used Google Messenger, Google Chat, LinkedIn, Discord, and even Slack. And messaging all of these platforms, like messages coming from the other person on all of these platforms, is very difficult. So you can think of it like you got a message from a client on LinkedIn, or some person is messaging you about your product, about your pricing on Twitter, or employees messaging you on Slack. So tracking all of these things, like when to reply whom, when I got this message, when I got that messages, all of these things become too much tedious. So last year, one boy from India, he was 21 years old, have built a solution it called Beeper, and that product got acquired by WordPress. Like, it was solving a real genuine problem of the user. So let's first see the beeper. So as you can see in front of your screen, we are on the beepers platform. So we will just see a few overview of that particular platform. If you feel it's a good platform, you can just download. It's not a promotional video or anything like that. It's just that we were taking some inspiration from this platform so that we can let the user knows that there are these kind of platform also. And if you want to build your platform like this or with the more advanced feature, Codersarts can help you with that. So this is the Beeper interface, one inbox for all of your chat. Get most popular messaging service all in single app, because now you don't have to download WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, X, or different other things. All these things can be managed from a single platform. You just have to connect your account with this platform and you can message that particular user directly from the main single platform. Uh, Messaging made easy, simple, secured chat, multiple devices, and chat superpowers. You can directly download it from here, and if you want to know more about it, then you can just simply explore the site. To particularly use this application, you have to download it. You can use it for free, but this was the general interface that I want to show you, and I will also link article on when and how did WordPress acquire this particular platform. So in today's video, we will be seeing this. Now let's directly jump on to our code base and let's see what we are trying to build and how we are building it. This is our product, which is hold line. It's a simple product, not too many complex. Every AI reply waits here until you send code. Simple tagline. So what we are trying to do is that we will let the user connect their LinkedIn, their Instagram, and their WhatsApp. So initially we are tracking only 3 platforms. So Instagram, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp. Later on you can implement on your own, because we will be providing the full code base to you, so you can directly download it on your system and good to go with that. So we have also implemented AI in that. So whenever you got a message from someone else, like you got a message from a person on LinkedIn, now you want to reply to that particular person, now AI will read that particular message from your permission only, and it will be not published somewhere else. So it will read that particular message and then it will generate a proper reply for that particular message. So suppose you can think of it in this way. You open the website and you see, okay, somebody has messaged me on LinkedIn. Now one AI reply will always be generated on that. You review that particular reply. If you feel that it needs a bit change in that, or it is perfect to go, then you can simply press enter and that particular reply will be sent to that particular user. The same thing will happen for Instagram, for WhatsApp, and later on when we will be implementing this for Twitter, for Messenger, or any bunch of other platform that we are thinking of. So the same thing will happen for all of this. Now this is the overview, like how message will become over here. So approval queue, just a simple overview how the things will actually work. Then few information, 3 steps a person decide on every go. So draft, review, and then send. Build for team that cannot afford a bad reply. So basically, to generate a good replies for the user, we have designed this particular platform. The problem statement was that only because we were also facing this kind of problem that we were not able to reply a lot of clients. Like we got a message and we are waiting 2-3 days for them to reply because we are getting a lot of queries regarding the product development at all. So we were facing this problem. So we have designed this particular platform for our use case also, and then we are distributing the code base for free to the normal users so that they can also solve their own problem. So a few more things our team used to split DM across 4 inbox and still miss things. Like this is the user review. This is just a normal pricing plan that we are implementing, because if you're thinking of using it as a SaaS application for multiple users, so you can use that as well. We have implemented the normal pricing page over here as well. Then simple get started for free, and a few overview links. Like these links are not actively developed, but yeah, we have just given a href, so later on you can implement these also. Now let's click on the sign in and let's log into our platform. So this is the login page. We have to enter the email ID and password. Let's sign up because we have not created any account. So Codersarts and contact at the rate. So this is also the email which you can contact on. Like if you're thinking that I want to build this similar kind of product, or I have a SaaS idea or MVP product idea in my mind that I want to develop, so you can mail us on contact@codersarts.com. We will reply you in a week, like in a few days only. Then this is the email ID, this is the password. Let's create the account. Now let's enter the email. You can see we are on the dashboard page. So we have created account, then it asks for the login and password. Like it verifies that you are a real user, so it asks for the login credential that you have entered over there. So we have entered that and we are on the dashboard page. We have just 3 sections on the left sidebar. First is queue, so it basically shows all the messages that you have on your platform. So I will also show you like how the things actually work. And then we have this analytics. It shows all the replies that you have made in that particular week, in that particular month and time frame, all of these things. Then we have this connector section. We will explore each of these things individually. So first is this queue section. So all the messages that you will see on your Instagram, on your LinkedIn, or your WhatsApp will come over here for your approval. So we have certain filters at the top. Platforms is one filter. So you can click on all. So all things will become over here. Currently it's not coming because we have not connected any platform. Then we have this Instagram, LinkedIn and WhatsApp. You can apply the filter, then all, pending, approved and skipped. You can manage from here. Then main is this connector section. Now you might get confused like what is this connector? So connector is the platform where you have to connect your Instagram, your LinkedIn, so that it can basically fetch the DMs that you have got, fetch the messages that you have got, so that when the AI is generating the reply, it can read that okay, LinkedIn has got one message, so I will have to show this thing on this dashboard section. So you can simply click on this connector and connect that particular platform. Now I will show you where you can add all of these things. So read DMs and draft replies with Gemini, the full approval queues flow. Then sign in plus posting in your own feed only. LinkedIn doesn't offer us self-service DM APIs. Basically it's telling you what are the limitations that we have got and what are the features that that particular APIs offer, because there are some platforms which don't directly provide the APIs to control the things from any third-party application. Like they want the things to be controlled from their own platform. So these were the certain instruction which you can read, like how we have to connect the platform. I will also show you the whole code base, like how the things were actually done, so that you don't get confused when you are directly downloading the code from the GitHub. So these are the connector instruction that you have to follow. And after you have done this thing, you can simply connect your application like Instagram and LinkedIn, and all that messages that you have done on that particular platform will become over here. So this was the application that I was talking about. Now let's see the code base, because that's the most important thing. Like if you're trying to download the code base and setting up on your system, then how you can do that thing. This is the code base that I was talking about. So the main demo that you have saw, that was coming from this section. So the overall code base is in Next.js. Along with that, we are using TypeScript. Now you might argue, why TypeScript, why not JavaScript? Because TypeScript help us to prevent a lot of errors while the development process only, although it increase the development time over just a few percent, but ultimately that's the best thing that we can do. So this is the overall thing. Now let me show you what all packages that we are using. So we are using Next.js, along with that React, and Prisma we are using as an ORM because that's the most trending thing and most used ORM in the market, because it also helps us, like if you want to switch from MySQL to Postgres, then you just have to change a single line and that has changed the database. Then we are using bcrypt.js to encrypt the password, because installing the or storing the main plain password in the database, that's the worst thing that you can do. Then we are using Gemini as the LLM model, because that's the fastest thing, because we can use our own model, we can train our own model, but that will cost us a huge time and money. So instead of that, for normal or basic level of processing, we are using Gemini. Then we are using Zod for schema validations and preventing errors in the backend side. Then these are certain dev dependencies that we are using in our code base. Now let me show you the overall schema design that we have done. So this is the client, this is the database, this is the user, basically how we are storing the user, because we are also implementing login and sign up lists for that. This is for LinkedIn account related information, like when you will connect the LinkedIn account, then it will store all of these, and these are the LinkedIn post. This is for Instagram, this is all the conversation that you will have, this is for messengers. And in the same way, when we will be implementing the Twitter, when we will be implementing Google chatbot or different bunch of other applications, all these things will be coming over here as well. So this is the overall database design that we have implemented. Then main starting point is this page.tsx. This is the main header or sections that you have seen in the home page. So that was coming from this section. As you can see, we have also commented out the thing. So final CTA, pricing, testimonial, feature grid, hero section. Then after you have logged in, we will reach to this dashboard section. We have seen this analytics, connectors, and we were also having that overview section. So overview section were coming from this part. It's fetching all the information that is required, the queue card. Then we have this filter group, all of these things. Then we have this conversation, basically connection page. You can see the code base. I'm showing you these code base because when you will download the code base from the GitHub, you should not get confused, like how the code base is written, how Next.js is working, like how is the folder structure, and these kind of things. So you should get at least a familiar of these things, like how the things were actually managing. Then we have this analytical section, because we were also having that analytics page. So all of that code base is coming from here. Then the API section is over here. This is auth related APIs that we have implemented. Then we have this Instagram related APIs like callback, connectors, send, skip, webhooks. All these things are mentioned over here. Then we have these for the LinkedIn, like there's a callback API, there's a connector API, then we have this share API. Then we have these messages APIs as well. So you can see we have this get request. So it will fetch all the messages that you have for that particular platform. It is fetching all of these things. So this is the API section. Now I hope you have got the understanding, like how things were actually working, how is the code base design, and a bunch of other. Now if you have any questions or anything, any doubt related to that, let me know in the comment section. We will try to answer all of your doubts and all of your queries. I will provide the link in the description of GitHub, which you can directly access and download the whole code base in your local system and start developing the things. First, try to understand how the code base is written, how you can connect the thing. Let me also show you the .env file, because that's also one of the most important thing. So we have database, because we are using SQLite. So this is the database URL. This is Next.auth secret. You can change it as per your requirement. Next.auth URL, Instagram app ID, you have to mention. You can directly get this thing from the developer.facebook.com. Then Instagram app secret. Again, this thing you can fetch from the developer. So Facebook's developer portal, Instagram redirect UI, and Instagram webhook token. Because when the particular message is being sent to that particular user, then we will get a request from the API only that, okay, this message has been successfully sent. So to update that thing, it has to call some kind of webhook. So that will come over here. Then we have this Gemini APIs and the Gemini model. In the same way, if you will have to implement this thing for LinkedIn, I will update the code base so that you don't get confused. Basically, it's available in the .env .example file. So you can see this LinkedIn client ID and LinkedIn client secret that is also available over here. So you can just check out this .env .example file to take the idea like how things will actually work in the real world, what all secrets that you have to paste in your .env file to get the basic understanding. So that was all from my side in today's video, like what problem we are trying to solve, how we are trying to solve, what product we have built, and how you can access the whole code base and start the development process. Like after you have understand how LinkedIn is working and how Instagram is working. So again, we have not implemented this thing for WhatsApp because we want you to give it a chance for WhatsApp, because the way we have implemented for Instagram, in the same way things should be implemented for WhatsApp as well. So that's not a very big thing. First, we want you to understand how things are actually working for Instagram and LinkedIn. Then later on, you should experiment from your end for different other bunch of platforms that are there in the market, like Slack, Discord, Twitter, and more. So give it a try from your end. Let me know how is your experience. Let me know if you have any questions or doubt in the comment section, and we will try to answer all of those. So if you want to build any kind of product like this, or you have a SaaS idea in your mind, or you want to build an AI product, you can mail us on contact@codersart.com. We can have a discussion about your products, like what's the timeline, how we are going to build that thing, and how we can actually scale that product for the production level. So we can have a discussion. You can mail us on our email ID and let's have a discussion. So that was all from my side for today's video. See you in the next one.